Hello and welcome or welcome back, everyone. I'm Cathy Liska with the Center for Coaching Certification and with Coach 123, and super excited about our guest today. So please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Boehm, and I am a PCC credentialed coach. I started my coach journey with the Center for Coaching Certification just a few years ago. And I'm very proud to say that I have earned all the certifications that led me to my ACC, of course, did mentoring coaching, and I earned my PCC at the end of 2024. I have a corporate background and I am reinventing myself as a coach now. And my focus is on executive and leadership coaching. I've also done coaching with Coach 123.
Of course. Awesome. So, Elizabeth, what are the reasons organizations use coaching providers like Coach 123?
There are, there's so many reasons why organizations are using coaching. So, one of the big statistics is there is an average of 600% return on investment. That is a big number, and that's Fortune magazine. Coaching can lead to a 70% improvement in individual performance, and that comes from TEP Global. And then 95% of leaders who've received coaching felt better prepared for their leadership roles, and that comes from World Metrics. And Coach 123 has a large number of different coaches, which alleviates sourcing and investigating coaches for organizations.
Yeah. Yeah. Just makes it nice to have the provider. So, how is Coach 123 special as a coaching provider?
Well, Coach 123 ensures high quality coaching. And the reason we can say that is because Coach 123 has trained the coaches. And Coach 123 believes in the ethical standards of the ICF. So some people may or may not know coaching is not a regulated profession. And what that means is anyone can call themselves a coach, trained or otherwise. And the International Coaching Federation, also called ICF, is the gold standard globally in coaching. And they have a set of ethics and they have a set of competencies that Coach 123 is aligned with. And all the coaches that coach for Coach 123 are also aligned with ICF.
Yeah. Yeah. They're really, ICF is really out there as the self-regulating body of coaching.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Awesome. So, what's your experience with Coach 123?
Well, Coach 123 makes it really easy for organizations to partner with. They have coached, well, they've trained. Coach 123 has that training arm, and there have a lot of coaches that have over like almost a couple thousand coaches who have trained with the Center for Coaching Certification, and they are all over the world. The majority are in the US. And so the ease for the organization is that there's flexibility. So an organization can partner with Coach 123, depend on their budget, depending on the range of coaching needs that they have. There are lots of price points and qualifications that come into play when you're looking at creating coaching packages, and Coach 123 will customize and meet the needs of organizations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, really try to make it easy for the organizations because they can manage the relationship with the coaches and have access to a variety of coaches really all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It means flexibility in the agreement with an organization. They're instead of being locked in for one provider or a period of time, they truly can choose when they want to coach and what they want that to look like on there. Um, so talk about the process, working with Coach 123. If somebody's going to have a coach, how does it work?
Yeah, so the client gets to choose their coach.
Mm.
And what happens is coach bios are made available based on what the client is looking for. And then the client gets to choose to interview coaches where coaches can, share their coaching experience and they have a conversation. It's a conversation with a person and another person. And the client gets to select the coach that best aligns with their style. And because rapport is the number one indicator of success in selecting a coach, and someone who is abiding with the code of ethics is foundational to this, the coach, that arrangement where the client is able to select their favorite coach is really paramount.
Yeah, it makes a difference. Talk about some of your own experiences going through that, being interviewed, selected, etc.
Yeah, and so it is, it's such a great process. It's easy, it's flexible, and coach 123 reaches out and says, "Hey, you've been matched with a potential client, and here are the specifics. Are you interested?" "Yes, I am." And then we set up what's called a discovery call, or some people may refer to it as a chemistry call.
Mhm.
And the client is able to ask questions, get to know me as a coach, and decide, am I their right coach? And sometimes I am, and sometimes I'm not. And that's okay because everyone needs to have a coach they feel really aligned with and comfortable with. And then from there, the coach, if when I am selected, then the client and I start talking about the logistics of, how we set appointments and how we make things happen after that.
Yeah. And all of that makes it super easy for the organization because they just tell us, okay, we got somebody that is going to have a coach. Here's what they want to work on. Here's what they care about in their coach. And that's how we do the matching process. And of course, the organization just turns it over to us. We handle it for them.
Yeah, you're handling all the behind the scenes logistics. All the organization has to do is say, here are a list of people. And Coach 123 does all the vetting of the coaches. And, depending on the budget, depending on the background, and makes it super easy for the organization. It's almost like a turnkey solution. Here are the people that want coaching. Okay, you've let us know what it is that they're looking for, and you do all the behind the scenes, you know, background checks, if you will, and that the coaches you are hiring are fully trained and aligned with ICF, which is super amazing and important.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they've all gone through the Center for Coaching certification. And you just went through a round recently with a government agency that have people in a high potential program where they're
Mhm.
going to be future leaders in the organization. And so they get a coach and you were matched based on having your PCC credential.
Mhm.
Others were matched at the ACC credential level, and it accommodates the organization's budget.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is, from a coach perspective, it's fantastic because Coach 123 is out making these relationships with people I may not get in touch with. And so I've
Mhm.
been able to expand my experience with organizations that I may not have been connected with otherwise. And from a fulfillment perspective, it's super fulfilling to be able to impact leaders, emerging leaders, executive leaders alike, and help them build the skills and reach and really empower them to live their best lives. That's really what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It is fun to see your clients have those successes and those wins and advance their careers. So,
Yeah, it is so much. I'm going to say fun because it is fun. It's almost like
um,
it. I mean, yes, we're working together, and because it is so fulfilling, it doesn't seem like work.
yes. Yeah. So talk about how your coach training impacts your success as a coach.
Yeah. Well, so understanding the competencies of the International Coaching Federation. I mean, ICF did the work
Mm.
to create a framework for what creates a successful relationship. Things like embodies a coach mindset. What does that really mean? And the coach training helped me to understand what that means. And everything from not being attached to an outcome. I mean, because coaching with ICF, it's all about the client. It's what the client wants, it's what the client needs. And let's face it, grown people really don't want to be told what to do. And so it's
Right.
it's giving
So
the
true.
empowerment. Yes, it's
Yeah.
giving the empowerment to the
Uh,
client.
uh,
And when when they start solving their own, I mean, it's through fantastic questions that evokes awareness. And when that happens, clients, they're expanding their confidence because
mm,
they're figuring it out. And one of my favorite things about coaching is when you've been in a relationship with somebody, maybe a couple sessions, maybe 3 sessions, and they start showing up and they said, okay, I know what you're going to ask me already. Oh, okay. And they're prepared. And then they start coaching themselves in the moment. It is really a beautiful thing. And so coaching actually trains clients to coach themselves. So when they're not with their coach, they're modeling what they are experiencing with their coach. And it really is transformational.
yeah, it rewires their brain.
Yeah.
And it's fun because the organization, the reason they have such a high ROI on their investment in a coach is because now that individual is more confident, they're more positive, they're more
Mhm.
proactive, and they're finding solutions and following through on them.
Yeah. Yeah. And coaching creates a little accountability.
Mm.
So, I've had clients say, well, I knew that I was going to meet with you, Elizabeth, so I wanted to make sure I had a good report. Well, that's fantastic. And then they realize, yeah, why was I so twisted up about X, Y, and Z? Because when I did it, it went well.
Mhm.
And helping clients reframe, that's something that I've seen and that coach training helped me with is, okay, how do we want to reframe that? Especially if they show up and they're, using some words that aren't real helpful. Okay, well, what's another way of looking at that? And
Mhm.
helping them, like you said, rewire their thinking, rewiring how they're showing up for themselves. And then that translates into, if they're a leader, how they're showing up for their teams, how they're
Yeah.
showing up for their organization.
Yeah. It's interesting to me. So training is a very important tool. It's giving people information and it's
Mhm.
commonly used in the workplace. And we also know that if you do training and then you don't do follow-up coaching, you're going to lose most of what you gained. Xerox did a study and they said 87% of the skills change you gain from training ends up being lost if you don't do follow-up coaching. And
Yeah,
public personnel management said, okay, 22% improvement in productivity with training. And then if you do training plus coaching, you get an 88% improvement, 4 times the impact.
yeah. So, the numbers are there, the
Right.
results are there. Coaching
Yes.
definitely produces the
Mm.
positive impacts we want for our employees and for our clients' leadership teams, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is the reason it continues to grow and be utilized. So that's huge. What are some of the direct impacts you see in organizations that utilize coaching?
Yeah. So, people I've coached, they report a better than expected year in review.
Mm-hmm.
They've reported higher than expected pay raises
Yes.
because they're implementing the, I mean, they're implementing what they need to be implementing, whether it's, a governmental agency or a private company. Clients report higher satisfaction, overall life satisfaction.
Oh, that's great.
And so it's not, yes, it's great for the organization, but it's also great for the client, the employee who's receiving the training. I mean, excuse me, the coaching. And confidence is something that I'm going to say it rears its ugly head because usually it starts out as scarcity. I
Mm.
don't feel fill in the blank. I don't feel equipped. I don't feel smart enough. I don't feel whatever enough. And or I have fear of failure, or I just don't feel confident, or I have imposter syndrome. Those are some pervasive themes that I've seen across clients that I've had. And it doesn't matter the gender, it doesn't matter the level in the organization. It
So
doesn't matter. I mean, it is pervasive. And so if we know that this is a theme that's showing up with especially leaders and executive leaders, why would we not? Why would an organization not look into coaching to support their executive leaders and support their emerging leaders?
Mhm. Yeah, which is something really great because the graduates of the Center for Coaching Certification have a unique tool that so supports being confident and positive and proactive.
Yes, yes. And I am grateful for the training that I received through the Center for Coaching Certification because it is a unique, I would call it kind of a trademark of the training that I received as a coach that does create motivation or expand motivation and confidence for clients. And that it, like I said, it doesn't matter the level of the organization or the number of years of experience. This is a theme that is really pervasive. And so, since we know that it is, and we know that we have a tool that will help that, it makes it a really powerful combination.
Nice, nice. So, what is your advice to organizations that are thinking about the possibilities?
So, meeting with Coach 123 is absolutely complimentary. It's comfortable, and you're probably going to learn something. It's informative. And so, if you are wanting to enhance your productivity with employees, if you want to reduce turnover with your employees, if you want to expand your leadership skills and abilities and their confidence, 95% of clients who receive coaching, leaders who receive coaching, have a positive outcome. And if I mean that's almost 100%. That's a pretty amazing statistic
Yeah,
that supports. I mean, why would an organization not consider
coaching.
leadership coaching?
Yeah. It's funny because of course I probably have my biases being so entrenched in it. It's like it's a no-brainer
It is a no-brainer.
because of what you get out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, anyone listening, if you are interested, just message me on social media or you can find my email, Cathy at coach-123.com. I'm happy to just give you a link to my calendar and you can pick a time that's good for you. So it's that's definitely a powerful tool. Um, so recognizing you have to disguise confidential information, that kind of thing. Share
Mhm.
a success story.
Oh, I was a brand new coach. I mean, brand new. I had just earned my um, coaching certification, my very first one. And what's so great about the training is that you get trained on how to build a business. And so I was encouraged, go find 3 clients. And even though I was dealing with my own little confidence issues, I was like, well, I'm going to go do it. And one of my first 3 clients, literally, we coached 6 hours together, 6 1-hour sessions. They had just been promoted into a C-suite role. And they came and said, I want to work on my time management. And I do have permission to share their story. I want to work on time management. Really, that was one element. What coaching revealed was there was more to it. It
Mhm.
was really about what are my values? How do I live into my values? How do I build my vision now as an executive? And after literally 6 hours of coaching, they said, this changed my life.
Oh, that's so great.
It was so great. It was great for the client. It was great for the organization. And quite honestly, it was great for me as a coach.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I use the term privilege a lot. It's such a privilege working
Mhm.
with clients and really supporting them in their success.
Yeah, it is a privilege.
So that's awesome. Um, what's your closing message or closing thoughts that you want to share with people?
Yeah, coaching works. We've shared a variety of statistics, and so I won't rehash those. It is it is a no-brainer. If you're an organization wanting to show support of your team members, coaching is a phenomenal way to do so. And the organizations that show up on, these top employees to and top employers to work for, they are providing coaching, sponsoring coaching,
Mhm.
and it is well worth the investment.
Yeah, they're getting the return on it. So
Absolutely.
that's pretty exciting. Elizabeth, where can people find you?
So you can find me on LinkedIn, Elizabeth Boehm, spelled Boehm. And you can also find me at other socials, Instagram, and yeah,
Through Coach 123.
through Coach 123. Absolutely.
There you go. That's awesome. So everyone do come visit us on the coach training side of the house. The website is www.coachcert.com. You'll find there are programs from the initial training all the way through to the PCC credentialing level. We also have online learning now for those wanting a coaching culture in their organization. And then for the coaching provider side of the house, come visit www.coach-123.com. And of course, for either side of the house, feel free to reach out anytime. We are here to support you and make the process easier. That's a good part about it.
Flexible and easy.
And rewarding. Can I add that word?
Absolutely.
All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. So thank you, Elizabeth, so much for being here. We
Thanks for
appreciate
having me.
sharing. Yeah, absolutely delighted. And everyone enjoy the rest of your day and make it a great one.
Bye, all.